Today I am going to start your estimation class. So today is my first class. So I will start from introduction part. Okay. So first of all, the importance of estimate for engineers. For all engineering works, it is required to know the probable cost of construction, known as estimation work. If the estimated cost is greater than the money available, then attempts are made to reduce the cost by reducing the work or by changing the specifications. From this, the importance of estimation for engineering may be understood. So second part of this particular introduction is main concept of estimation. So in preparing an estimate, the quantities of different items of work are calculated by simple method, and from these quantities the cost is calculated. So what are those work of different items? uh, I will describe those particular work items in next part, but here I can say only, like if you are going to estimate for those building parts, so there are different item of works like excavation, mortaring, foundation. So whatever there are, different work item will be considered as item of work, and that will be calculated by simple method, and from these particular quantities the cost will be calculated. So the subject of estimation is simple. Estimating is simple, nothing much to understood, but knowledge of drawing is essential. One who understand and can read drawing may find out the dimensions like length, breadth, height, etc. from the drawing without difficulty, and may calculate the quantities. There is no hard and fast rule for finding out the dimension from the drawing, like plan, elevation, and section, but the calculation mainly consists of length into breadth into height, or length into breadth, or length into height. So third part of this particular introduction part is different unit system. So all of you know there are two types of unit system, like metric system and SI unit. So metric system is kilo, hecto, deca, meter, deci, centimilli. This kind of system, unit system, is known as metric system. So go through the book and revise those particular metric system. Whatever after this is second unit is SI unit. So there are go through the book and try to read those details of that SI unit. So here are six basic SI units, like unit of length is meter, unit of mass is kilogram, unit of time is second, unit of electric current is ampere, unit of thermodynamic temperature is Kelvin, unit of luminous intensity is candela, CD. So what is luminous intensity? That is a measure of wavelength, weighted power emitted by a light resource in a particular direction per unit solid angle. It is a standardized model of sensitivity of human eye. So these are the basic SI unit system. So you have to understand this basic SI unit system for your calculation, because first you have to calculate those quantities, and after that you have to calculate the cost from those quantities. So understanding of basic SI units and metric system is very essential for this estimation subject. So after different unit system, next part is the method of estimating. So there are two types of estimation method: approximate estimate and detailed estimate. So an estimate is a computation or calculation of the quantities required and expenditure likely to be happen in the construction of a work. The estimate is the probable cost of a work and is determined theoretically by mathematical calculation based on the plan and drawing and current rates. Approximate estimate may be prepared by various methods, but accurate estimate is prepared by detailed estimate method only. So approximate estimate का जो different types of method है वो हम बाद में डिटेल में बताएंगे types of estimate में. So here I will describe the how to calculate the detailed estimate. So what is preparation of detailed estimate? Consists of working out the quantities of different items of work and then working out the cost. So detailed estimate is prepared in two stages. So first stage is detailed measurement and calculation of quantities, and second stage is abstract of estimate cost. So the first stage, details of measurement and calculation of quantities. The whole work is divided into different items of work as earthwork, concrete, brickwork, etc. The items are classified and grouped under different subheads, and the details of measurement of each item of work are taken out, and quantities under each item are computed in prescribed form. That is known as details measurement form. So this is the detailed measurement form. Here you have to input the item number, description or particulars. Description or particular means you have to write like earthwork, concrete work, brickwork, mortar work, whatever. Number, you have to write number, how many number, how many types, your length, breadth and height, dimensions, and you have to calculate, you have to multiply those things, and you will get the quantity. So here for the first stage, detailed of measurement form, you have to fill up this particular form for detailed estimate. So next, second stage, what is the second stage? Second stage is abstract of estimate form. So these are the form. So this is how you have to input the items in the form. So the cost under item of work is calculated from the quantity already computed at the workable rate, and the total cost is worked out in a prescribed form. This is the prescribed form, abstract of estimate form. So this is known as abstract of estimate form. This prescribed form is known as abstract of estimate form. So a percentage of 3 to 5% is added for contingencies likely to change in design, change in rates, etc. A percentage of 1.5 to 2% is also added to meet the expenditure of work charge establishment. The ground total thus oriented is the estimated cost of the work. So in the above forms, the description of each item should be such as to express exactly what work, material, proportion of material, mortar, etc. have been provided for. So like this particular this form, you have to fill up this form also. Here you have to write item number, description or particular, same here, brickwork, mortar work, excavation, whatever you have done. Here the quantity you have got this quantity, so you have to write here quantity along with the item number. So unit, here you have to use SI unit system like kilogram, meter, whatever your length or weight. And then the rate is provided by different government organization, government agencies, so nothing to worry about this particular rate. Then you have to calculate the total the amount of different items, so individual different items. Then next you have to calculate the total amount required for the estimate. So here how we can calculate the total detail estimate structure, and you will get the total amount of estimation. So the next part of introduction of estimation is types of estimates. So there are 8 multiple types of estimation. So like preliminary or approximate cost estimate, plinth area estimate, cubic content method, approximate quantity method, detailed estimate, item rate estimate, revised estimate, supplementary estimate, annual repair or annual maintenance estimate. So these are the types of estimate. So first of all, preliminary or approximate cost estimate. So this approximate estimate is prepared for preliminary studies of the various aspects of the work, and also to decide the financial position and policy for administrative approval by competent sanctioning authority in case of commercial projects such as residential buildings, irrigation and power projects that earn revenue. The probable income is also mentioned, and the investment in the project is justified. If the project is non-commercial, having no direct return, its necessity, utility, prospects in the future, and availability of the finance, etc., are considered before final decision is taken. This estimate is prepared on the basis of practical experience of carrying out similar works in the past and their rates. In this estimate, the approximate cost of all important works such as cost of land, road, building, water supply, sanitary works, electrification, etc. are mentioned separately. A brief report of the project indicating its necessary utility and method of arriving at the cost of each item and the site or layout plan is also enclosed with the estimate. So this is the preliminary or approximate cost estimate. So what is plinth area estimate? As the name implies, this estimate is prepared by multiplying the plinth area of the proposed building by the plinth area rate of the similar building having same specification and height that is constructed very recently in the same locality. The plinth area of the proposed building is calculated for the covered portion by measuring the outer dimension of the at the plinth level. The area, courtyard and other open areas are not to be calculated, not to be included while calculating the plinth area. The plinth area method of preparing estimate gives the approximate cost of building to be constructed. Even if the plan of the proposed building is not ready, the floor areas of different units rooms are worked out from the user's requirements, and about 35% of it is added for thickness of walls, the circulation and waste to obtain the approximate total plinth area. This plinth area then multiplied by the current plinth area rate in the locality to obtain the approximate cost of the proposed building. The method is simple and is usually adopted in the practice. So the next type is cubic content method. So here the total cubic contents of the building are obtained by multiplying its total plinth area and area by the height of the building. Knowing the cubic content rate of recently constructed building having similar specifications in the locality, the approximate cost of the proposed building is worked out by multiplying the total cubic contents by its क्यूबिक कंटेंट रेट. सो तुम लोगों को क्यूबिक कंटेंट्स कैसे मिलेगा? प्लिंथ एरिया, यू हैव टू मल्टीप्लाई द प्लिंथ एरिया विद द height of the building, so you will get the cubic content and you will get the cubic content rate by from the similar specification, similar building recently constructed in the same locality. So in order to calculate the cubic contents of the building, the length and the breadth are measured as the external dimension at the floor level, and the height of the building is measured from the floor level to the top of the flat roof. As per IS 3861, the foundation and the plinth and the parapet above the roof are not taken into consideration in calculating the cubic contents. The cubic content method is more accurate as compared to plinth area method, as it counts the height of the building. In practice, however, this method is not used. The next method is approximate quantity method. So here in the approximate quantity method, the structure is divided into two types. Okay, so first one is foundation inclusive of plinth, and second one is superstructure. The cost per running meter of the foundation inclusive of plinth is worked out and is multiplied by the total length of foundation to determine the total cost of the foundation inclusive of the plinth. Similarly, the cost per running meter of the superstructure is found out and is multiplied by the total length of all the walls of superstructure to get the total cost of superstructure. The total cost of the structure is then obtained by the addition of total cost of foundation inclusive of plinth to the total cost of superstructure. A line plan of the proposed structure is required for above computation. So this is the approximate quantity method.